Hey, building trust is super difficult with clients, building rapport, getting them to trust you, right? We always hear about, hey, they need to know, like, and trust me to do business with me. I'm about to show you a special clip in just a second of our behind the scenes Rising Star Mastermind. Okay. If you believe that you are a rising star in the insurance industry, you can join that. We do a coaching, accountability, and training call every Monday at 4 Central. You can click the link below, CodyAskins.com/rising star. But I want to show you this special episode that we did. I want to show you a little bit of it. I can't show you the whole thing because you're not a member yet, but I want to show you a small piece for free because I want you to hear this. Because it's something that's really cool. There's a gentleman doing 40 million, him and his business partner are doing 40 million in annuities and 1.5 million in life every year, just the two of them. Wild. Right? Crazy. And you can too. But they talk really about how they build trust early in an appointment. It's super powerful. You can do it too. So check this out right now. So Chris and Phil, for those that I was just kind of getting to that, they're doing, as a team, they're doing 40 million in annuities this year. They're going to get close, and over 1.5 million in life premium, right? So you can do the math. They're earning a pretty decent income, okay? Like they're earning incomes that 0.01%, 0.0001%, 100th or 1,000th of a percent of people in the industry make, which is pretty cool. Did you think you guys would wake up and do that kind of volume that you're doing this year? Did you think you would always get there?
We get you get a lot of questions about this. I think probably the big thing is just the processes, the time. You have to be a student of your industry. And I think, for the last 5 to 7 years, it's been about 7 years now, we've focused on this industry probably more so, or this part of the industry more so than ever before. When I started in this industry, I was a health insurance agent. Some of you are old enough, if you've been in the industry long enough, you might remember Mega Life and Health. I started there. I was a district manager for them for years. But that's how I got my start, just selling health insurance. And I realized that I had to take the blinders off and realize all of this industry and what it does. And Phil and I, a few years back, actually decided to call ourselves a multidisciplinary professional network. So we bring in the attorneys, we bring in the CPAs, we bring in the insurance and the financial guys all to one table. So that our insurance agency actually helps a client get from point A to point B quickly. It's the fastest way, straight line. Biggest thing is just trying to get them from point A to point B as fast as possible. They don't have to chase an attorney around town. They come to one place, and that's our offices. They can get their taxes done here. They can get a trust, a will, all that stuff done in one place. So that's a tremendous feather in our cap, I guess you could say. We've worked out some relationships with some area attorneys. I do not keep an attorney on staff or anything like that. I don't want the liability, first of all. And I sure as heck don't want to be an attorney. So I bring those guys in and let them catch up. But that kind of flow helps because those relationships, and if you guys have ever heard of Brian Askins doing his referral network, he has made more money in this business by referrals from those little executive referral groups and things like that. And I got away from that for a long time. I'm gonna now, after talking to Brian after 8% in Atlanta, I'm just like, why am I not doing this? we think about that. We go back in time. We think, what in the world? Man, I was making so much money. What happened? My sales dried up. I did this. I did that. I got away from the basics. It's usually what it is. I got away from the basics. I got away from doing stupid stuff, time wasters. Those are big ones. But the big thing is just being diligent in what you're actually after. If you're doing individual health, fine. You need to be known for that in your town. But mentorship is huge, guys. And I commend all of you for being here, listening to what Cody pushes out, because it's good stuff all the time.
Dude, you just got me thinking about something, by the way. I'm over here taking notes already because you just made me think of a big idea. I used to do something. I'm going to share with this real quick because I love that you shared it. You talk about getting back to the basics. Something I used to do every single week as an agent is I would have a whiteboard, kind of like this, maybe not always this big, and I would track my activity and my appointments every single day. Actually, you can see it behind Andrew, right? If Andrew doesn't move at all and I pin him for a second, okay, and I spotlight for everyone, let me see if this will work. Boom. Can everybody see Andrew for a second? Okay. You can see, actually turn your camera if you can, Andrew, towards the board. So that would be, yeah. So you can see on the top of that board, you've got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday total. Our sales team tracks their production, their activity at the very top of that board, by the way. The one that's vertical on the wall. They're tracking, if Andrew can hold his hand still, they're tracking the activity on the top of that board every single day. So for example, what Khris was just talking about, thank you, Andrew, by the way. Okay, everybody give Andrew a virtual round of applause. So I'm gonna go back to gallery mode. But what Khris just talked about is going back to the basics. I don't still do that for myself. I am still probably one of the best salespeople in our organization, right? Probably the best. I should be running appointments. I should be tracking my production, and most of us are not doing that. So thank you for reminding me of that, because that's big, right? What do you think about all that?
Yeah, absolutely. The thing that gets me every time is I'll get into an interview with a client. It'll start off really well, and then all of a sudden it just goes south, and I forgot to hit my little sales bridges. I forgot to hit my little things that key in people's mind, or handle those objections up front before I ever get them. And it's huge. And one of the biggest things that I got away from years ago was actually there's a company out there that used to do ethics and background checks. And I used to background check myself through there, and it worked. It worked great. And then all of a sudden I stopped using it. I started pushing for different things. I stopped using it. My sales went down a little bit. I had no idea. And then I went back in I guess it was probably about a year ago. And I tried to go back in and get myself an ethics certification again through that same company. That same company, by the way, doesn't offer them anymore. And it was for real estate, so that you could do a background check and actually brag on yourself as being background checked and vetted. So you know that you're dealing with a quality person that doesn't have all the background history. And it kind of spurred something in me. I got to hear in Roger Short, I got to hear Cody Askins say, what are you doing that you used to do, or what is it that you do that's special, or what ideas that you have that are going to make you better at what you do? And it really made me, this is why we do this, guys. It's not because I'm better than any one of you. I put my pants on the same way you guys do. The point is we've got to be smarter. We've got to be better. We've got to be more extreme ownership of like Jocko Willink talks about in his book. The big thing is just making sure that when you do that, you're pegging out your fun meter at the same time. You got to have fun in this business. But what I did is I created an actual foundation. And that foundation is a nonprofit organization designed to weed out the bad guys. Now, I've been in this business, it'll be 20 years this February. And I could probably name 10 people that should not have their insurance license, should not have their P&C license, shouldn't have their life and health, shouldn't have their advisor's license. Their life is screwed up. They've got 15 DUIs. And here they're trying to talk to you about their finances. I know advisors that, just absolutely don't think through what they actually do for a client. And then the client gets all messed up. They come see us, and I'm like, why did we do this? I don't know. I just did what this guy told me to do. Come to find out, that particular guy didn't even have a license. He was trying to cross over into something that a friend of a friend was doing. Same kind of thing happens with every time I turn around. I'm a victim of fraud in this business. I've had business partners. Phil and I have had business partners that embezzled money 2 different times, 2 different businesses. I've had an agent have a very, very, very large chargeback. In 2 out of the 3 of those situations, had I had a background check on a regular basis on those 2 out of the 3, I would have known not to get in business with that person. Yeah. And I figured just because they have a license, they've been background checked. No, not true. You can be in this business 5 to 10 years or more and never have a background check. And the idea is to get the ethics certification. You basically swear or affirm a few questions. And then you go right into an ethics background check, and then that background check is real time. So we try to get that done as fast as possible. We're building that website right now.
Good. That's cool.
I lead every single conversation with that right there. It doesn't matter if I'm selling Medicare.
Hey, bring it back up real quick. Hold it closer. Bring it back up.
Can you read that?
A little closer. A little closer. National Ethics Certificate, Wealth Wonders Foundation, Khris Bryan. Boom. I love it. I can't read it all, but I got the gist of it.
The aforementioned individual is a registered member of the Wealth Warriors National Ethics Association, a community of insurance and financial professionals who support and uphold enhanced transparency and ethical business practices. It's designed specifically to push in front of the client. That's how I start every single appointment. Because the hardest thing for us to do is build trust. That's the number one thing we have to do, is build trust with the client. If you're talking to a senior, they might have been taken advantage of before. You've got to get past that. You've got to do that with this kind of certificate. You've got to get in front of a client, and it's an investment. It's $20 a month to be a member, guys, but it puts you on a directory also of those things. And so this idea has kind of spun out of control, really. It's been one of those things that keeps me up at night. How can I make this better? How can I make it more valuable? If you're a veteran in our services, one of our services, it'll have a veteran tag. If you're a member of the association, you put it on your website, on your Facebook page. All those things are really, really cool to where you can actually do that. But I start every one of my conversations with that. And if I'm talking about, no matter what I'm talking about, whether I'm talking about IULs, and I don't know what most of you do. I don't know for sure, but if you do IULs, or you do annuities, or you do 401ks, if you're a financial advisor, if you are an accountant, if you're a CPA, all of those areas handle money. And people, you can look up on Google and see how many people have fallen victim to fraud in any one of those industries. And I've just gotten sick and tired of it, and I want to separate myself from it. And I want to separate myself from the chaff, if you will. And that's one way to do in this industry. You have to run your business like you're running for Congress. There's no other way to run this business.
Hey, welcome to the end of the video. I knew you would love that. Okay, we're providing sales training tips and literally insurance agent tips. I don't care whether you're a new agent or trying to grow a massive team. The Rising Star training program is for you. It's only $88 a month, okay, as of right now. So I can tell you, if you liked the exclusive behind the scenes training content that you just saw, there's an elite exclusive group that meets every Monday to literally go and do exactly that every week. You get me and a co-host every Monday, a bunch of other stuff as well. Again, it's only $88. Okay, the link's in the description. Click on that so you can go to the page and check out everything that's in it. Okay, but I appreciate you watching the video. I want to help you. I want to see you win. I got voted to be a rising star by an insurance company down in Costa Rica years ago. And I can tell you that provided a lot of confidence for me. So we're looking for people that believe that you're a rising star, that believe you have what it takes, that believe you have another gear and another level, and you want to actually be part of the 8% that succeed and win, and you believe you're a rising star. So if you are, because I believe that you probably are. So if you are, stop what you're doing, click the link in the description, and go join this thing, okay? See you on the inside. If you love this video, you know I got another one that you're gonna love. I got a video just to your right here. Click on that, it's gonna be amazing. You're gonna love it, and I'll see you in there. I've got a new top 10 quit list that I'm gonna share with you right now. I'm telling you, there are 10 things that you may or may not be doing, but you gotta quit doing these things immediately. I'm telling you,